quickly cut across to Sachin Pilot. Rahul Kawal taking it away.
Amongst the states where the Congress has done well in a straight fight with the BJP, the biggest gains have actually come from Rajasthan. In Rajasthan, of the 25 seats which were swept by the BJP last time round, this time the Congress is at 8, the RLP at 1 and the left at 1. Joining us now is one of the key architects of the Congress's Rajasthan strategy. Sachin Pilot is now joining us. Mr. Pilot, welcome. It's been a long while since, in a fight between the Congress and the BJP in the Hindi heartland, the Congress has had something to smile about. The biggest smiles today are from your state of Rajasthan. Congratulations. What are you making of the trends emerging from Rajasthan?
Thank you very much, Rahul. It's been a long election campaign, and I think finally people have spoken. And you rightly said that the states where the BJP was supposed to do very well, including my state of Rajasthan, we've actually done remarkably well. Despite the twin-engine governments and the entire misuse of machinery, etc. Rajasthan has really shown the way, so have other states like Haryana. But in Rajasthan, I think it's a clear message that people have rejected the performance of the last 10 years of the Modi government, and also the state government, last 6 months. It's a new government, but yet people have spoken decisively. And I think from where we were before, we had 0 seats. So today we and our allies have 11, 12 seats. I think it's a remarkable effort made by the Congress workers and all of us.
I have the power map of Rajasthan on the screen right now, and if you look at it very carefully and compare it with the 2009 map, you will find that a lot of the seats where the Congress has actually done well are seats around the area that Sachin Pilot comes from. So if you look at the seats that the India Alliance is doing well on, Cong, Savai Madhopur, Jhunjhunu, Dausa, Churu, Nagaur, a lot of these are seats which, Sachin, you've been working on, and this seems to have changed just in the last few months, between the assembly elections a few months ago to now. How do you think the ground shifted so dramatically?
I think, Rahul, in Rajasthan, our candidates were better, our campaign was better, our narrative for the national election was something that really resonated with the people. And I say this because the campaign that the BJP was doing was quite acrimonious. It was sort of a negative campaign, but we focused on people's issues, issues of our constitutional bodies being undermined, young people, joblessness, and really people want a strong opposition. People wanted the Congress to do really well. In Rajasthan, of course, all of us worked hard. It's not just one person, but the entire team of our leaders in Rajasthan put their efforts, and the results are there for us to see. I don't think we swept the polls, but I think exit polls, for example, all the pollsters were not giving us that many seats. But I knew from the beginning that Rajasthan will give a hefty chunk of members of parliament to the Congress India rally.
You know, the interesting thing about the Rajasthan vote shares is that the BJP is at 50.5, the Congress at 38.1. So there's a 12% plus gap, but it seems to be concentrated votes in Rajasthan, which is why your party has done well. How do you look at the fact that with a 12% gap, the seat gap is only 4, so the concentration of votes in some pockets in Rajasthan is actually what has worked to the Congress's advantage?
Well, it's first past the post, and we gave a few seats to our ally partners who have also won or are going to be winning. So I think that all adds up. But basically the farming communities, the people who felt that they were not made part of the India growth story, they were left out of the mainstream, rural areas, they all really focused on making sure that the Congress candidates win the elections. I think the candidates themselves also worked quite hard. But Rajasthan, like, as you know, every 5 years there is change of government. But incumbent government usually has a upper hand in the Lok Sabha election that happened just 3 or 4 months after the assembly elections. So I think that new government in Rajasthan also has really left no mark in the minds of the people. That certainly helped us. But we were able to bring those issues to the people of India and to people of Rajasthan. Therefore, I think states like Haryana, Rajasthan, other states where we've done well, UP is a remarkable story, where BJP has actually been rejected more than anything else. But Rajasthan, certainly an effort well made by everyone who worked on the field, and I'm quite happy that we are touching the 3-figure mark very soon.
Before I zoom into the national political scene, I want to understand what implications do you think this has for the Bhajan Lal Sharma government in Rajasthan, given the fact that they won big, but clearly there is a mess on the ground in Rajasthan at the moment. Do you think Vasundhara Raje Scindia being unhappy had a role to play as well? Would you accept that there were internal divisions within the BJP which may have added to the Congress's advantage in the state?
I think there may be multiple power centers in Rajasthan government. That could be perhaps one reason. But more than that, I think the promises made the election campaign. Of course, Rahul, you know, we lost the last assembly elections, but the BJP made very tall promises. And 6 months down the line, none of them seem to really fructify. That's one thing that must have set them back. But to my mind, it's not about one individual or one issue. It's just the mood in the country was to vote in favor of the India partners wherever possible. And the Congress party, we have 50 odd MPs, we've almost doubled our numbers. And I keep saying that wherever there's a bipolar contest, that's where India alliance gets strength from the Congress's performances. So if the Congress does well in states where we have bipolar contest, it's really added advantage to the India alliance, and that's why numbers have stacked up. But Rajasthan certainly has brought cheers to many faces across the Congress party.
Mr. Pilot, let's zoom out to the national picture. BJP at 242 at the moment, at least 31 short of a majority. How do you see the nature of national politics change? The funny thing about the situation today is that the BJP has won this election and yet they are unhappy. The Congress is only at 99 seats, way far from 272. The India Alliance also just at 231. Yet it feels that the Congress is more excited than the BJP, which has many more seats but not being able to celebrate because jeet mein bhi haar unko nazar aa rahi hai aur aapko haar mein bhi jeet nazar aa rahi hai.
Not at all. See, numbers are what they are. Nobody can change them. That's the real value in a democracy. But the fact is that the narrative, the mandate, the mood of the people of India has said very clearly that they don't want this 300 par, 400 par, 500 par. They don't want to have a government that they had for the last 10 years. There is a vote for change. I mean, the numbers will add up and we don't know what will happen tomorrow or day after. But this mandate certainly reflects that the sense of arrogance that seeped in, the over-concentration of power, the misuse of agencies, bundling chief ministers into jail, taking everybody for granted. I think people don't like that. And the Indian voter is so wise. At the right time, they will keep quiet but do the right thing. And that's where I have full respect, and I think the people of India deserve everyone's respect with the way they've acted so maturely and voted what they thought was right. The actual numbers, the alliance partnerships, what will happen, we'll know in a day or so. But just the current trends and the results so far indicate that this is certainly a setback and a refusal of the kind of government that was provided by the BJP in India for the last 5-10 years.
Last question, Mr. Pilot, before I let you go. Do you think the Congress is in with some kind of a chance to try and poach Nitish away, Chandrababu Naidu away, or do you think the mandate and the alliances as they exist must be respected and the Congress must use the next 5 years to try and bolster its presence on the ground in the states? How do you see this?
First of all, let me just say this. The BJP is certainly no party that respects alliances or partners and let them stay where they are. We've seen what happened in Maharashtra and other states. So that's all in the past and people are witness to what happened. But what will happen in the future, I think like Mr. Kharge, Mr. Gandhi said today, that we'll talk to a party. We fought this election as an alliance, India alliance. So whatever decisions have to be taken will be taken in consultation with the alliance partners. All are coming to Delhi tomorrow. We'll take a considered view as to what is to be done. But I'm just reflecting upon what's happened since this morning. All this bravado and chest thumping, really people have shown a mirror that there is a limit to how much you can take us for granted. And like I said, numbers are what they are. But the takeaway from this election results so far has been that people have supported and voted for the India alliance and clearly rejected the government that they've seen for the last 10 years. Despite all the claims, despite all the rhetoric and the mandir, masjid and mosque and temple and Mangal Sutra and all the other stuff that we heard during the campaign, there is certainly a pushback to the BJP and to the NDA. That's absolutely clear.
Thank you very much, Sachin Pilot, for joining us, and congratulations on your party's show in this crucial battleground state, the one state in North India where the Congress has picked up seats in a direct fight with the BJP, the other being Haryana.